Well, I guess farming sim it is. Which map? No Man's Land or Gnadenthal? Oh, right. Right. Um, Right. Sorry. That's... There we go. Is that better? Inconceivable! I'll do Gnadenthal for now. Unless somebody changes their mind. I get Friday, Saturday off this weekend. And Jess just goes, I have all this stuff to do and I don't have time to stream. I'm like, I could show up and stream for you. And trick everybody. My thumbnail's fixed now. Man, I had an exciting day yesterday. Guys, it was an exciting day. What? I didn't look for that. Yeah. I got to be EMR. I got to be a firefighter and I got to be a mechanic. It was an interesting day. Oh, things went wrong. Holy smokes, things went wrong. And all three, they did not go wrong for me. They went very, very wrong for other people. But luckily, nobody got injured. So, we had that. Well, that's not true. Not nobody got injured. People did get injured. Nobody got seriously hurt. So, okay, where do I start? But you didn't get an egg delivery because a truck broke down on the Malahat. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Okay, so when I say in this story I might get carried away, injuries were very, very, very minor. Keep that in mind when I tell the story. The truck caught on fire. The egg truck caught on fire. Nice. So the first one was I made my delivery in Gold Creek, Montana. It's a tiny little yard. And I pulled out, got on the road 2 miles north to I-90. And as I'm pulling onto the on-ramp to get onto I-90, a car pulls over, a big rig on oncoming traffic pulls over on the shoulder, another car pulls over. I'm like, why is everybody pulling over? Oh, there's debris all over the road. Oh, there's a car in the ditch. I just missed an accident by seconds. I was just going to beat on that part of the road where all the debris is. Okay. I just stopped right on the on-ramp, closed the on-ramp because there's debris all over the road, and they see this white car in the ditch. And I jump out. First thing, I throw on my medical gloves. Just the thing I do anytime I come to a site like that. Throw on my gloves just in case there's blood. And the semi-truck is running across the highway. And I'm like, okay, so this is barely happened, and the people must still be in the car down in the bottom of the ditch there. So what happened was the car came up over the overpass, hit it was pouring rain. Like, it was downpour rain. I was soaking wet within seconds of getting out of the truck. Soaking wet. Hit a pool of water in a hydroplane, drove into the ditch, ramped over top of the on-ramp, caught air right over the on-ramp, losing parts the whole way, and then landed on the other ditch and then smoked the tree with the passenger side door. Front and rear door, just completely took the side of that car, smashed it in, and then the car spun around facing the wrong direction. So I ran down into the ditch. I'm like, everybody okay? Yeah, we're okay. I'm like, okay. So I started. When I say this, remember, minor injuries. There was blood everywhere, on all of the airbags, just on the window, and there's just blood everywhere. These people are bleeding everywhere. I'm like, these people are not okay. They say they're okay. So I started asking them questions like, where are they from? Who are they? Do you know where you are now? And they knew all the answers right away. So I'm like, okay, they're not going into any kind of shock. They seem to be answering everything well. Let's start looking at injuries. And I'm like, okay, don't move. Just stay sitting in there. It's pouring rain out here. You don't want to be out here anyway. And I'm starting to look at her. I was looking at the passenger side. That was no most damage there. Her arms are just bleeding all over. Her face is bleeding all over. All of the injuries are just glass cuts. Minor, shallow glass cuts. Within 2 minutes or so, all the bleeding stopped. It was just a lot of instant blood when, glass went everywhere. So, no serious injuries. She had a scratch. The worst scratch was about 3 inches long and barely just through the skin, right? Not deep cut at all. So really minor, but there was blood all over. The inside of the airbag, everything. I'm like, once I asked all the questions, made sure they're okay. Oh, before I ran down, I asked, did somebody call 911? And the car says, yes, we're on the phone with them right now. And the truck driver running across says, I'm on the phone with 911 as well. I'm like, okay. Then I ran into the ditch. Because that's always the most important thing of any accident, anything, call 911. That way help is coming on the way. You have no idea how bad it's going to be, right? So I kept talking to them in the ditch there, and eventually she started complaining her neck was hurting. I'm like, yep, that's going to hurt a lot more. Don't move, just stay right there. I'm like, the ambulance is on the way. She goes, I don't think I'll need the ambulance. I'm like, nope, let's just stay sitting there and wait for the ambulance. You never know how bad your injury actually is, how bad your neck is. But she was calm. I don't think her neck was that bad. She's probably feeling it today, like seriously feeling it today. And then another white SUV pulled up behind us and walked up to me. I at this point it was just downpouring. At this point, I'm like, okay, these people are fine. They're not moving. I'm going to go up on the road and get some of this debris off the road so nobody runs over it. And these two gentlemen come very brisk walking out of their vehicle, very in charge. And he just goes, is there somebody in there? I'm like, yep, I used to be a firefighter and this is what's going on. He goes, okay, I'm with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. He told his partner, grab your first aid kit. And they walked down there. And so I went and talked to them for a bit after they talked to the people in there. And then I talked to them. Yeah, once they knew that the people in there were okay, then I talked to them for a bit and explained what I pulled up on. And then I asked them, it's like, you guys are sticking around? And they are, yep, we'll stick around for the ambulance. I'm like, okay, I'm going to bail out of here then. I'll let the FBI do what the FBI do. So I got a nice chat with the FBI. Seemed like really nice people. One guy was an older gentleman and a younger guy. Maybe he was training the younger guy, but I didn't see any weapons, but I definitely saw their FBI badges hanging off their belts. Plain clothes, plain vehicle, so woohoo! I gotta talk to FBI. So I got back in the truck, got into the sleeper, and changed all my clothes because I was soaking wet. And then drove from Gold Creek to Bonner, fueled up fuel there, and then kept going down the road. And all of a sudden I'm like, smelling brakes, hot brakes. I'm like, I don't remember a hill steep enough to have hot brakes. Why does it smell like there's hot brakes? Like, definitely hot brakes. Maybe it's a clutch burning out, but it smells like hot brakes. I keep driving. 2 miles further down the road, I start catching up with another big rig. And I'm like, is that smoke coming off the big rig? Like, it looks like a bit of smoke coming off that big rig up ahead. I'm empty now, and I'm going fast, and he's a fully loaded fuel truck. So he's slow going up the hill, so I catch up with him. As I'm catching up, I'm like, no, that's not smoke coming from his brakes. That's open flame. That truck is on fire. I'm like, a fully loaded fuel truck is on fire. Well, now I know that it was fully loaded. So I'm honking at him behind him. I got all my lights flashing. A pickup truck passes him and puts his four-way flashers on in front of him and then starts weaving over all the lanes. And four-way flashers slowing down. And this truck driver's just driving along as if there's nothing wrong. And he's got the rear axle, both brake drums are just blazing fire. I'm just like, stop. I'm on the radio. I'm going, fire. He didn't have his radio on. Turn your radios on, guys. Turn your radios on. So he stops, and he's casually getting out of his truck going, why are people making me pull over? What is so wrong that I had to immediately pull over? And I just jump out of the truck. I'm not wearing shoes. I'm in my socks. Remember, I just changed all my clothes, and I'm in socks. I run over to my passenger door, rip it open, grab my fire extinguisher, and just start running towards his truck while he's getting out of his truck. And I'm just yelling, fire! And it took him a little bit to realize, oh shoot, that's him that's on fire. And then all of a sudden he acted. And it's like he runs to the other side of his truck and grabs a fire extinguisher. And by that time I've emptied my fire extinguisher onto both sides of his drums. His brakes are literally dripping off the truck. Like, his brakes are melting. The beads of his tires are melting. That truck was seconds from having those tires on fire. If those tires had caught fire, fire extinguishers are not going to put those tires out. Not what we had. Another mile down the road, those tires would have caught fire. We would not have been able to put them out. And that whole loaded 8-train, 2 trailers, would have blown up in fuel. Well, most likely would have burnt on fuel, and we would have had popping tires and explosions, and yeah. And somebody must have called 911 because I didn't, and neither did the truck driver. I made that. Oh, and when I stopped on the road, he pulled all the way over on the shoulder. I did not. I'm like, I'm going to be putting out that fire. I remember my firefighting training. I didn't think of any of this at the time. I just naturally just went and did what I've been trained to do, right? I parked my big rig right in the middle of the highway. Only one lane was open. I just closed the lane down. I closed half the highway down and ran out. In my socks. Running around fighting a fire. It worked. It flared up again a second time after we had put all the chemical on, and he used more of his extinguisher on it. Mine's empty. A cube van pulled up in front of us, and he came running with another big fire extinguisher. And all of a sudden, a cop comes running up. Don't know when the cop got there, but a cop comes running up with a fire extinguisher. But by that time, the fire was out. We only needed the 2 fire extinguishers. And then once we had it all under control, the cop asked if I could move my truck off the road, and I'm like, yeah, I just didn't want to be fighting a fire with vehicles going down both lanes of the highway. I needed a safe zone to work. And he goes, nope, perfectly understandable. It's like, and then we had a conversation with the cop, and then DOT showed up, and fire trucks all showed up, and it's like, sorry guys, job is done already. Fire's out. The driver was just so grateful. He called me his hero in socks. So yeah, that was yesterday. That was a bit of a crazy day. And then when I got back to Canada, I got a message on my e-log and said, hey, can you please buy these parts on your way to this location? There's a truck broken down and the truck needs these parts for fixing an air hose. I'm like, I'm literally 2 miles away from the truck, so no, I can't go buy these parts anywhere. So I just sent a message back. I was right at the border. Said that there are no stores to go buy anything, but I'll stop by and see if I can help, because I do have some parts in my toolbox. Hi, Michael. So I drove over to the yak scale, pulled over. The yak scale put him out of service because one of his air hoses is rubbed through to the cords. And it's like, I do not have the parts to fix that. Basically, we need to cut the air hose in half, cut a 2-inch section out, and then hook the air hoses back together again. I'm like, I don't have the parts to fix that. But I do have a brand new glad hand, and that rub there is only 1.5 feet from the end of your hose, so why don't we just cut the hose clean off, put a new glad hand on it, and plug it back in. 15 minutes later, he was back on the road going along. So yeah, I got to be medical first responder, firefighter first responder, and a mechanic. Then today morning I stopped in Salmo and got all the parts I needed to repair those hoses just in case it happens again. I'm like, it would be good to have those with me on the road. It's actually been pretty cool here, Michael. It's been raining like crazy. Or 7/22. Do I have the wrong date? Is that what you're hinting at? No, it's the 7th. 07/07. I got this right. I got this right. We should change the title. FS22 new map beta Gnadenthal. Save. Let's put the giveaway up as well. Yeah. And of course, the big rig is having air condition problems. The AC kind of worked all week. They kind of jerry-rigged it. They got all the parts in, and that's why I'm home today, because they want to work on it today and tomorrow and get the AC fixed 100%. So they have a little more time to get it all fixed apparently a fairly big project, so that's why I'm here today. Now, I should change the title. I got to talk to the FBI yesterday. That's what I should change the title. That's some good clickbait. I got to talk to the FBI, be an EMR, be a firefighter, and be a mechanic. There we go. As clickbaity as we can get it. Explosion in Dallas. Sure, a city that big probably has explosions all the time, but if it's big enough for you to talk about it, it must be a big explosion. Not very often I get to fight a fire while I'm wearing socks. Can water explode? I guess if you put it under enough pressure. Pressurized explosion? Yeah, you could. If it's pressurized water, you could have an explosion. Has to be under a lot of pressure. Yeah, one of those not much of a truck left fires. So you're not going to get your eggs for a while. Or they're going to have to send a new truck with eggs. That's what my truck yesterday would have looked like as well. If I hadn't gotten to it in time. It's funny that we both have a truck on fire story. Spinning the tires a bit. It's getting a bit heavy. How do I load that? This tractor is definitely struggling in this freshly uprooted field of crop. Keep tabbing the wrong way. Let's get back on the road. So how do I load? Okay, so there's loads. How do I pick that course? Okay. There's no course. But there is. Okay, how do I go to that? I don't understand. Okay, here we go. Set destination. It says it's driving there. Obviously it's not. Driving to target. But it's not. I don't know. I will just cancel job and just do it the old-fashioned myself. Hey, Wild West. To me, Milo Girl, it's sounding like a fire hydrant broke and people were playing in the water after a fire hydrant broke, so that's where I'm following the story so far, but I'm not following the rest. That's my guess so far. I wasn't trying to say anything until I could figure it out. Maybe I'm like, maybe other people know what Michael's talking about. I don't know yet. I'm like, maybe I'll figure it out. So a pipe from under the street exploded, and then after that people were playing in the water. There you go, Milo Girl. A little more description is helpful. I just fill in the blanks with my own story. So a water pipe. So just a water pipe burst. So that's not really an explosion. Well, maybe the media would call it an explosion, but not really. It's just a burst. So as soon as we get that potato field harvested, we're going to fix all these textures and everything on this map. But I want to harvest that potato field first because it messes up the fields as well when you fix stuff. See, this map is so big, plain, and open and boring compared to Jess's small little map. So hopefully you guys find this game interesting as much as Jess's stream. Because I know you guys were expecting Jess to be streaming, but she just goes, there's just too much for me to do. And she just goes, I already promised people I would do a live stream. I'm like, I'll do it for you. Yeah, Jess has done a really good job on her map. And it's a small map, so it's pretty easy to do in single player. This map is huge, so it's not going to work very well in single player without hiring workers. If I can't get this tractor to work with course play, can I get the other tractor to work with course play? I should try that. At least the tractor would be harvesting potatoes while I'm delivering them over here. That might work. These international tractors were so unique at the time with the articulation point on the front of the cab instead of behind the cab. Yeah, so this map is in beta right now. Well, no, you know what? The map is done. This version of the map is beta, and the map has been given to ModHub, and it's just waiting to be reviewed. ModHub has to test the map, and then this map will be available open for everybody. So this map should be out soon for everybody to play. Huge 4X map, perfect for really, really big equipment. And this part of this map is based on Gnadenthal, Manitoba. Is well known for their potatoes, so you'll start the map with potato equipment. Yeah, basically waiting on Giants to test the map, and then hopefully it passes all their tests. If not, then Iron Thunder is going to have to make the necessary edits to make the map pass. If it passes the first try, awesome, and it'll be released. So there's hundreds of mods waiting to be released, so we'll see how long it takes. And then anybody can go download it. So here, let's try this again. Okay. I'm not sure. How do I make a course of the map? I don't know how to use this. I'm gonna have to read a tutorial, I guess. I saw Iron Thunder make one for the whole map, or for the whole field. Make a job. Oh, that went to a different... So each one of these goes to different things. I'm gonna have to watch a tutorial on this. Yeah. Well, where'd that go? Here we go. FS22 course play guide. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna want. Right there. Perfect. We'll leave that there. But Wild West is watching several farming sim streams at the same time. Got our row crop John Deere here, 7810. Topping off the potatoes. Basically just mulching the top of the potato plant, that way we can harvest. Oh, interesting, the front tires aren't getting... Well, they are getting dirty, but they're getting dirty slower. Basically, we're beheading the potato plants. I'm confused here. Why those lines don't match, but whatever. But this is how French fries are born, and potato chips. Why can't you see? They're all brown and dead anyway. So we're just beheading the dead plants. I should stop there. I should just say we're just beheading the dead. It sounds creepier that way. So I guess that means potatoes are... I guess they're not dead, because you can grow potatoes from potatoes. You chop the potatoes up into pieces and then they grow brand new plants. Each potato eye is the potential of another potato plant. Hence why you have to store your potatoes in a cold, dry place, cold, dark place, or else they start growing. Chop them up. Yes, you have to chop up potatoes into pieces and put, you want one eye in each chunk of potato. Chop them up into smaller pieces, and then that's what you plant to grow more potatoes. The circle of life. Things must die so that there can be new life. Did you know that banana plants only produce one bundle of bananas, and then you just chop them down and let a new plant grow? Well, if that's the way humans reproduced, that's the way it would have to be done, but I'm quite confident that that doesn't work that way. So, nope. You are not a potato. I mean, you may believe that you are a potato, but I believe you are not a potato. Ah, you're a Reese cup, not a potato. Reese cup, okay. So you have to have cocoa beans and peanuts. Peanuts grow just like potatoes underground, but you don't have to chop the tops off to harvest peanuts. I don't think. Maybe I don't know how they do in big fields. Okay, so they do pull them up on big fields, still completely alive, and then the peanuts hang on the side there like that and allows them to dry. That's cool. There's all the peanuts. Why can't we grow peanuts in game? Come on. Hey Giants, where are the peanuts in game? And cocoa beans grow on trees. And it's terribly hard to keep cocoa beans trees alive. There's cocoa beans. That's what chocolate comes from. Yeah, they're big pods, and you have to take the shell off of them, and that's where all the... Yeah. My mom has got a couple of cocoa trees, but she had a lot more. Someone set her field on fire, and that killed a couple of them. But cocoa trees they're hard to grow. They have to be just the right temperature and the right amount of moisture and all of that. Yeah, cocoa beans are gross and slimy. Yeah, they're definitely slimy. That's where your Reese cups come from. And of course, the people that harvest all the cocoa beans, they get paid dollars a day. It's a lot of work. It's worth it to them. It's the only income they can get, so it's worth it to them. And of course, we're not willing to pay more for it, so I'm not saying us personally aren't willing. It's society's not willing to pay more for it. So as long as people are willing to work the job for a couple bucks a day, oh, last path with a chopper here. I mean topper. And then we'll go park this, repair it, clean it, park it. And then we just have to finish harvesting this. Not really. The thing is, they have their own garden. They have their own pigs, their own cow. So they're very much almost self-sustaining. They don't need a lot of income. They need to earn a couple of dollars so they can go buy the things that they can't grow and eat themselves. So their dollar doesn't go any further than our dollar does. I'm talking from personal experience from Belize and stuff like that. But and usually they have like this job is usually women do the job while their husbands go out to different jobs that make more money or stuff like that, right? So they do a lot of work for how little money they make. It's honestly pretty close to slave labor, but they need the extra couple of bucks. My mom, when she first moved back there, she made the mistake of paying someone too much. As in like 10 bucks for the job that they did instead of the $4. And then the next couple of weeks she had everybody coming over to her place wanting to do jobs for her. And then all the neighbors got mad at her for paying so much because everybody was now complaining that, hey, your neighbor paid this much for the job, why are you only paying me this much for the job? So she continued paying the high price, but pretty much made it clear that she's not going to hire everybody. I'm sure she's made a lot of enemies there. By paying a fair price for a job. Not even a fair price. By just paying more than somebody else was paying. Yeah, I agree. This weather definitely drains you. You just feel tired. It's like I barely did anything and just feel tired. In the winter my battery dies though too. Not enough sunshine. Need that vitamin D. It's just a different type of drain. I keep yawning, so stop talking about sleepiness. How about a mini yawn? Looks like the sun is starting to set, poking through the clouds. Man, those clouds are moving fast. It rained quite a bit here again. It stopped raining now, so that'll make Jess happy. She's out grocery shopping right now. At least she doesn't have to bring groceries to the pickup in the rain. Whoops. I dropped my controller. Where's hire a worker? I swear there used to be hire a worker. Is course play? Control H? Control H. No, it doesn't work. Chat publicly as Milo Girl. Slow mode is on. Slow mode is on. It doesn't affect you at all because you're a moderator, but everybody else is in slow mode. They can't spam. Spamming is turned off, basically. Milo Girl, it looks like everybody's left us. Oh, I'm full. I'm full. When did I... Oh, not that far. Okay. there? Nope. It's done already. There. Okay. Just cooking dinner. I skipped lunch, so I had a late supper. I mean a late lunch, so I probably won't eat supper. Ghost Bear's still there. A Ghost Bear's still there. I misread that as Milo Girl said that. Well, YouTube's lying to me then, because YouTube says I have 1 viewer. Oh right, Ghost, you're a ghost. Right, that explains everything, you're a ghost. Nope, for me it still says 1. One viewer, 3 likes. Nope, just 3. Tells you obviously YouTube doesn't update everybody at the same time. Okay, how many subscribers do we have? Our other channel is doing really good for subscribers. I got 7 new subscribers this week on the other channel. So 1 subscriber a day, basically. More than that, because it was only a 4-day week, so a lot more than 1 a day. 135. Is that down? I think it was 137 is the highest we've gone to. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the growth on the other channel. So how do you guys like James's live streams? Are those fun to listen to? I almost feel like his are more fun to listen to than mine, which is pretty cool for me. It's like the more popular he gets, the better the channel does, right? So yeah, but Milo Girl, you don't put out videos all the time. We put out tons and tons and tons of videos. And we try to keep them consistent. Right now our videos come out Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and then Saturday morning and Sunday morning. So that's 6 streams a week. Really? Six streams a week. Cool. I guess the Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is every other week. So some weeks there's 3 streams and other weeks there's 6 streams. So it fluctuates back and forth. I'm just thinking, do I do a stream tomorrow? I believe I have an appointment to get jabbed at 11 o'clock. We'll see. We'll see how the day goes. I don't know about tomorrow, but for sure Saturday morning there'll be a stream. Let's bring another load over to the farm. Potatoes are a lot of work. They better bring us a lot of money. Tomorrow is a normal work day for you? We'll see. Depending on what the day is like, I may go for a motorcycle ride, but if all of a sudden the weather is kind of crummy tomorrow, expect a live stream somewhere tomorrow. But if the weather's good, maybe nothing. So, but the next stream's Saturday morning for sure. Regular stream there. Whoops! Sorry, car. I wasn't looking. Welcome back. So Wild West, you play this game too, right? This is multiplayer. Feel free to join us. Can't remember if you said you played on PC, but I think you played on PC. Whoop, stay out of the ditch. Sorry, car. I forgot you were there. What is that writing on the mini-map? CP3 and CP2. Oh, that's probably course play. Oh, wrong side of the road. I'll let the car by. Whoa. Yeah, I agree. I honestly don't understand the people that play on PlayStation and Xbox. We have a map that we've played that's cross-platform, so people on PlayStation and Xbox can join. But I find the game is unplayable without cruise control. Not with cruise control, I mean without GPS. I'm like, in real life, all the farmers use GPS. Why would GPS not be a thing that's just in-game? Without the GPS mod, I have a hard time playing this game. I feel the game is broken without it. And I would play with more mods that I would just download from other websites, but I find then we can get nobody to join multiplayer. Like this, at least. Well, I mean, this mod, nobody can join this map. Never mind, you can't join this map because this map's not out yet. But we try to play with ModHub mods only because so many people get confused when I use mods I download from other websites. Having said that, before the GPS came out on ModHub, I was using a different version of ModHub or of GPS that I could find. Yes, I have not played Trucking Simulator in a long time, Milo Girl, but you had a choice at the beginning of the stream for me to play any game you wanted me to play. And you could have picked Trucking Sim. You could have. Or you could have picked Flight Sim, or you could have picked V Rising, or Valheim, or Terraria. I have a hard time. Trucking Simulator is enjoyable, but I have a hard time playing it. After trucking all day long, come home and then do more trucking in a video game, it's hard to do. Imagine doing your job and it's a brutal day at work, and then you come home and now you have to play that game on a simulator. Especially the type of week or day I had yesterday. Although I really enjoyed fighting fires in my socks, running around in my socks fighting fire. That was fun. Wild West, I turn tickets off in American Truck Sim because I was getting tickets for things that made no sense. I'm like, okay, until you guys fix it, you only give me tickets for things that actually make sense. I play with tickets off. Yes, there's an option in settings. Turn tickets off. Yep, go into the settings and look for it. Turn the tickets off. Makes life a little more enjoyable in game. Now, I do suggest to play American Truck Sim for anybody that wants to learn how to drive a truck. Especially the backing up part. Learning how to back up a truck, learning how wide a trailer needs to go around a corner. Trucking Sim is actually really good for that. It actually is a really good trainer how to back up a big semi. Play the game in cab mode. Don't shortcut out of the cab. If you're gonna change the viewpoint outside of the cab, stop the truck all the way and pretend you got out of the truck to go walk around the truck and see how your backing up is going. And then go back into cab view and then continue backing up. If you do that, the way the game works, those skills translate to real life driving. I know this because I did this. When I went to driving school, my instructor just goes, okay, today we're going to learn how to back up. I backed up into this course he put out. I backed up into it once and he just goes, well, you could back up a bleep and bleep, up a bleep and bleep, so let's pretend we're done practicing backing up and let's go do the other practicing. Basically, I don't have to teach you anything about backing up. You already know what you're doing with backing up. Let's go work on stuff you have to learn on, like double clutching. That was my biggest struggle, learning how to double clutch. I'm like, I drove a manual truck all my life. It should be easy to drive a big rig manual. No, all your instincts are wrong. All your instincts are wrong. Would have been better if I had just driven an automatic all my life. Would have been easier to learn how to double clutch. Yeah, if you want to see what I do for a living, go check out my other channel. I do videos on there every day too. This channel is chaired by myself, Jess, and James. So there's 3 hosts on this channel. And it only has like 100 and some subscribers, so it's a tiny little channel compared to the other one. Well, the other one's a tiny channel too, but bigger than this one. Am I too mini to drive trucks? Milo girl, you're funny. I'm too mini big. Yeah, I'm 6 feet 2. 6 foot 2? Yeah, that sounds more accurate. I'm not all that mini. And I weigh like 230 pounds, so not all that mini at all. Yeah, I don't look like I weigh 230 pounds, but when you're 6'2", you get that there's a lot of weight in that height. Skid steer in real life is definitely easier than skid steer in game. 100% accurate there. Skid steer, in fact, in-cab driving sucks for a farming sim because the mirrors are useless. If we could adjust the mirrors to do exactly what I wanted them to do, I could farm in-cab. But farming in-cab does not work. I need the mirrors to work. The like American Truck Sim, the mirrors work exactly like they work in real life. I've never run excavators in real world. Same with the forklifts in game. The forklifts are much easier to drive in real life than in game here. Oh, I am full again. So anything with a joystick in real life is easier than in game? Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, the sun has found a way of poking out underneath the clouds, and now is blinding me. It'll only take a few minutes to set all the way, but till then, it's blinding me. Oh, hi, Jess! Jess is home. She says hi. Oh! Her giveaway is wrong. That should be $10 Steam gift card. Save. There we go. Fix the giveaway. I'm sure it'll probably go up to $50 before anyone wins it again, but who knows? Maybe someone will win it today or this weekend. Oh, what? What is this? Error. Viewers will be experiencing buffering. Are you guys experiencing buffering? Am I doing an update? Oh look, I'm downloading. How do I pause download? How do I pause that? There we go, pause. I kind of figured there's something going on. Okay. Windows, you can wait to update until after the stream. Thank you very much. Yeah, I kind of like this tractor. It's a pretty cool tractor. Same with the International there. Before Case International were a thing, and they were still two separate companies. It was cool seeing their early ideas of having big articulating tractors. Oh, I'm full. How long have I been full for? Till there. That's how long I was full for. Oops, I left that running. And that was the wrong button. And this is the international version. And that's still the wrong button. Come on, tractor. You can do it. Now it looks like we're playing mini farming sim. What's that? You just took a mini shower? The faucet got you? So you didn't take an actual mini shower, the faucet got you. Well, as long as no water pipe blew up over here. We have the Seed Hawk, don't we? I saw stuff moving in the background. It's just cars. Who cares? Let them. Seed Hawk 660 air cart. And then the Seed Hawk toolbar. It's a mod. 19.8 meters wide. But we've got the Seed Hawk. That's 21,800. This one is much bigger, and this one is massive. So the Seed Hawk is 19.8 meters wide. This one is 30 meters wide, 30.5 meters wide. You need a big tractor for that thing. $600 horsepower just to pull the implement? Yeah. Oh, I am tired. How long have I been streaming for? Hour and 45 minutes? Look, it's saying it's buffering again. No, I'm not downloading anything else. I'm not sure what's going on there. Mini-Juan, yes, Mini-Juan needs to go sleep. Oh. So I guess I should just call it a day. Especially if YouTube wants to do buffering thing and stuff going on here. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Weather is going to have a lot to do with it. But if neither of us are on tomorrow, we will be back Saturday morning instead of evening like now. It'll be Saturday morning. And then most likely a short stream Sunday morning, but I'm not going to guarantee that either. But for sure Saturday morning. No, we haven't said that yet, Milo Girl. No. I'm going to put you in a slow motion. How would I put you're a moderator? How? Jess says the only way to put you in slow motion would be by removing you as moderator. That wouldn't be very nice, would it be? You gonna get the bike out? Yeah, if the weather's good, I'm gonna go for a bike ride as well. What do you ride? I'm on a Triumph Street Triple, so a fun toy. If the weather's good, I'll take it for a rip tomorrow, but we'll see. Yeah, I know my little girl. She's mean, huh? So if I ever take your blue wrench away, it's Jess's fault.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, we'll see how the weather goes. I'm not saying no to a Friday night stream, but I'm not saying yes to it either. Oh yeah, you gotta get jabbed tomorrow morning. Huh? You bought stuff for tomorrow? Whoop, 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 whoop. 85 KX60. Eventually you want to get a CR500. And my brother, if you see my brother streaming, you can start talking about motorcycles with him. And I bought the Triumph Street Triple off of him just so he could go buy another bike. So right now in his garage there are 4 motorcycles parked in there. So there's a lot of motorcycles there. Never mind. I missed the comment. I don't know what's never mind. But anyway, I'm gonna bring this tractor back to the field and then call it a day. So once this tractor gets back to the field, I guess Milo Girl's gonna let the rocks fly. Either that or the blossoms. This is a live stream, and I'm not going to say how fast the Triumph Street Triple can go. Let's just say sometimes when I'm riding the motorcycle, I record video. Most of the time I don't record video. I feel it's safer not to record video when I'm riding. She goes. She goes. I know a CVSE officer in the area that also rides a street triple, and we know how fast those bikes can go. Yes, he's a law enforcement officer, but we know what bikes can do. I'll have to check out your channel. I am out of here. And Wild West, check out my other channel as well. It's down in the description below. I'll see you guys Saturday morning, if not before that. You guys rock.
This video is brought to you in part by the letter C and these YouTube members. Cookie starts with C. What other things start with C? Oh, who cares what other things? C is for cookie, and that's good enough for me. Thanks for watching. Nom 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 nom.